I don't know how to say it. Go for it. No, well, hang on. You can't just pull that out.
Oh, well, I thought that would be easy. And then
no, well, you just have to tell a story, I think.
Okay.
We have some stuff we need to talk to you guys about. You guys know our goal for this vlog is to be as real as possible and to present an accurate picture of what's going on in our lives and not have it be fake. That means different things at different times. Sometimes it's crazy, sometimes it's just these things we need to talk about. So we're getting back into the swing of things, of being back home, and there's two things we want to talk about now. One is, let's go with the easy one first. Rainier has been kind of a pain in the ass. Children are a blessing, but they can also be a pain in the ass. And it's hard to navigate. He's like crying all the time, he's super needy, and it's confusing to know how to deal with him. And I didn't have a whole lot to say, except for I think we're doing a better job than we've ever done. In the past, I just wanted to get him away from us. Now, we didn't phrase it that way. We told him like it was, or we told the kids it was like for their own good. So we're like, okay, well, as long as you're gonna cry, you sit on the stairs, or we're gonna put you in timeout, or you go to your room. We told ourselves, okay, we're teaching them not to cry and whine and complain. And I think that's true. Like, I wanna teach kids that they're not the boss and they can't just whine and complain their way through life and get away with whatever the heck. But I think I was also teaching them a different lesson, which is we're not willing to be around you when you're in a certain state. And that
we just can't handle it.
Well, I think that was why we did it.
We didn't know, yeah.
But I don't think we knew that we couldn't handle it. But we couldn't handle it. If our kids were screaming or crying, we couldn't handle it. And that's okay. But now we can. At least more so.
More so, yeah.
So we don't do timeouts in that way, where if he cries, we send him away from us. And I think part of this stemmed from my belief in God. I don't think when we're a certain way, God sends us away from him. I think he doesn't mind being there while we're screaming, while we're crying, while we're cussing, while we're good or bad. Like, he can handle it. So that's challenging. Okay, that's the easy part. We got that out of the way. That was like the warm-up. Here's the more interesting thing.
The day after we got back from the trip.
Which is, this is what?
Monday. Well, today is
Thursday.
Thursday. Okay. So Monday, I started feeling kind of strange. I was hungry all the time. I think I told the vlog that. Tuesday, I started to feel a little bit nauseous. Not like hardcore nauseous, but a little bit. It really caused me to believe, and it still is causing me to believe, that I might be pregnant.
So Cammie tells me this. Was it Monday you told
Tuesday.
me? Tuesday. And we got back from our trip Monday. And Tuesday she said she might be pregnant. And I was like, oh my gosh.
Honestly, what's more, well, at least right now, what's more hard for me is not knowing. I think, so if you guys are longtime viewers, you'll remember, I don't know, about a year ago, I had very similar symptoms and I wasn't pregnant. So I don't know what that was, but.
You don't want coffee.
Well, I'm drinking it. I'm not like totally adverse to it, but I'm not like, oh, give me coffee, which if you know me, anything about me, you know I want coffee, like really want coffee. I could kind of take it or leave it. It was like a combination of, I might be pregnant, and to, wow, I might be pregnant. Like kind of the, like, this is the combination of, whoa, this is gonna change our lives, our plans. It's gonna be hard, and then also, that is so cool. I wanted another kid.
I think people might think that because we have like 5 or 6 or 7 or 8 or however many we have, that we just are like...
Collecting them?
Well, yeah, it's all like... I mean, they don't think it's hard for us.
Oh. No, I feel like it's hard. Like pregnancy, I get really sick for 3 months. I don't know, there's like 10 months where, or longer than that, but pregnancy's hard for me. It's not like a walk in the park. Labor is hard. Having a newborn's hard.
My first reaction was like, dang it. We just got through. I mean, Israel was like great in the romantic sense. We had good sex. We were like naked. We had good sleep. There was no baby in the room. It was just like fun in that way most of the time. And we had like just...
moved him out of our room.
Yeah, it felt like we just got past this like milestone, and there was like some breathing space.
Like one day.
And mentally it felt like, oh, okay, after 2 years of not having a libido, I might get my wife back. Yeah. And then it's like... So there was that.
Yeah.
But I think that's coupled with the fact that I believe so much that it's worth it. So that lasts maybe like a minute or 5 minutes, or I don't know how long, but it's not the overwhelming experience, but it is there. It's like, oh, this is a sacrifice. It's like running a marathon. It's like, it hurts.
Yeah.
But but we still decide to do it. Like, it's worth it.
Yeah. It's such a short window, but it feels really long when you're in it.
So we were on our run on Tuesday, and I'm like, Cammy, we should tell the vlog about this. And she's like, oh, I'm not ready.
I wanted to take a test and then talk to the vlog, which really defeats a lot of the purpose.
Because we're not on the same page about wanting to take a test. I want to wait, and she wants to take it.
I kind of hate the tests. I kind of wish they didn't exist, because them being there, I feel like almost stupid not taking it. There's this like social pressure too to take a test.
Yeah, you just gotta ignore that. I feel like just because it's there, we don't need to use them. And the question I'm asking is it make our life better? And I actually believe there's certain times in our lives when we don't know the answer to things, and not knowing the answer is a really good thing.
Yeah.
Because it causes you to depend on God and ask God questions that you don't ask him when you feel like you know the answer. And we don't know jack shit about anything. We don't know when we're gonna die. We don't know the day we're gonna die, or whether the baby is gonna have like a boy or a girl, or blue hair or red hair or whatever.
Or even that the baby would survive to term.
Feeling like you know is actually a dangerous thing, I think, a lot of the times. And it's like this natural thing where your body will actually tell you eventually. So I'm trying to figure out what's the benefit in going out? I mean, people will say like, oh, peace of mind or knowing, but I don't think it's a real, I want like a deep peace of mind. Yeah. And I think that only comes from trusting in God. So what makes it the most tempting was we were in London 2 or 3 weeks ago, and we were going through the airport. This is the weirdest thing. We were going through the airport to get on the plane to go to Tel Aviv. And there's that hectic area where people are like getting their crap together to go through the metal detector. And I shit you not, we put our luggage down to open up or take off our shoes, pull out our laptops, and sitting there on the table is a pregnancy test. Just like sitting there. So I'm like,
Prueba de embarazo.
Let's grab that sucker, because I like free stuff. But I don't know if I wanted a pregnancy test, but now we have it.
Now we have it.
We haven't told the kids any of this. That's one of the weird things about, we haven't told anyone yet. Because it's really just speculation. You know, Cammy, however many years ago, you felt like God was gonna give us 3 boys.
And he's given us 2. Well, after Filia, I felt like he said, what if the next 3 are boys? And then we had John, who died, and then we had Rainier. So
we had talked about some sort of compromise. I wanted to wait a month, and you wanted to do it now. Is that right?
No, I said I felt like I was being good if I wait like another week.
So maybe we should try and wait a week or two.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I gotta say this too. After she told me, I like fell in love with this girl like all over again. Because there's this lie that's told to young kids that are getting married. It's like, oh, wait 5 years, have a ton of sex, and get to know each other, enjoy yourself. That's a pile of bullshit, I think. Because if pregnancy is done in the right way, there is nothing more romantic than the woman you love. She might have the baby, your baby, inside of her. I mean, that's crazy. Talk about like romantic. What could be like more intimate or special or supernatural than that? So for the last 3 days, just wondering that, it's just the coolest thing. Mm-hmm. And I feel bad for people that are just told another way. They're like scared of pregnancy. They think it'll like kill everything. Now, yeah, okay, it kills the like heat of the moment, maybe the hormones or the shallow romance, which is kind of all we had for the first 5 or 10 years. But there's something so much more deep and long lasting. Just the thought of for the last 3 days, I haven't been able to keep my hands off her. She can tell you that. It's always weird to talk about this kind of stuff because there's all this stuff jumbled in my head about what's valuable to publish and what's real, and but I think all we can really do is turn the camera on and honestly share what we're going through each day. And that's why I take some sort of comfort in this not being a how-to vlog. We're not trying to tell you guys how to live your life. You know, there's gonna be all sorts of thoughts maybe about people saying like, oh, didn't you know it was gonna happen? It's like, I don't know, that's not the way we process it. It's like, that doesn't make it less special. And we've been through enough to still believe that just because you're having sex and not using birth control, it doesn't mean you're just gonna have a kid. I mean, people who think that, they haven't talked to enough people, because there's so many people who are heartbroken and struggling because they cannot get pregnant. And we've been in that camp. And having a baby die has taught us also that you just can't control life. You know, it's very fragile. Yeah. So just the possibility of being entrusted with another life right now, it's so humbling. And
yeah,
you see the world one way one day, and then the next day, it's amazing how even after 6 kids, it still changes everything.
Yeah, here's to maybe having another kid.
Well, Dove, we will tell you about it in a little bit.
Oh, you're filming, okay.